Okay, here's the ingredients that I'm using to make the Jeremy's Vegan Oysters Rockawallace. I called them something else in this video, but that's their proper name. I think I called them Rockefeller. That was like a similar recipe, but these are Rockawallace. And here's the ingredients. You can just look at them, at the ingredients. They're right there in front of you. And the proportions of the ingredients, you can tell just by watching me make it. All right, enjoy the process and go, guys, make some vegan oysters Rockawallace. You're gonna love them. Can you see me in it? Hi! Happy New Year 2023. This is the first video of 2023. I'm trying out some new recipes here at the Admiral's Roost. We're gonna try out Oysters Rockefeller Wallace. I started eating some oysters, even though I'm vegan. Lots of vegans eat oysters because all the bivalves, those animals in those little shells, they're basically just plants made out of animal cells. They don't have a brain or they can't suffer, so you can eat them and not feel bad. It's probably still not the most healthy thing to eat, but it's better than eating other kind of animals. So I got this little oyster shucking thing, got some oysters, got all this stuff to make it. So I'm gonna start out cooking up some Oysters Rockefeller, and I got these. I gotta have some spicy level to it. Start out by melting some butter. Small little kitchen, but super fun. For all my, these are slippery. Should probably put these on when I'm shucking oysters. Not cooking. I just wanted to try them on because they're brand new. I haven't tried them on yet. Got the oyster shucking area over here. Alright, melting some butter. Some vegan butter. Cut these shallots up. Shallots? Green onions. Cut up some green onions. Browning the butter. Keep that off the heat for a minute. So here I'm chopping up the rest of the green onions, putting them in there, trying to keep the butter from burning. Added some more butter, chopped up some more green onions, and then I was trying to decide what to put in next, and I decided on the wine next to add some more liquid to it before I started adding the jalapenos because I didn't want to like gas myself out. Sometimes I've done that when I put the spicy chilies on it on the grill. Really gassed myself out. So I was trying to think like, what do I put in next? Put in the no, put in the wine. Put in the wine next. Added the liquid, and then I went for the jalapenos after that. Oh, I guess I went for the spinach next to get that started to make it smaller. How it does it shrink? That spinach shrinks. You put a handful in, and you end up with just a tiny little bit. And now chopping up the jalapenos. I gotta have some kind of spice in there. It's just my thing. I don't know. I kind of jaded myself to other types of food that don't have spice in it. If it's not spicy, I just can't enjoy it very much. So be careful doing that to yourself, jading yourself with the spices, or getting yourself so build up a tolerance to spices, I guess. Add some more wine. Just like the Cajun chef, always add some more wine and some lemon juice for some sour and sweet flavor. All right, starting to look pretty good. This thing. So one of the keys in a really bougie vegan oysters, Rockawallace, is to have some really bougie vegan cheese. It really adds to your wealth. I think I gained probably several hundred million in my basic wealth factor after eating these oysters. I boosted my social status by several 100%. So anytime you need to feel like you need to do that, add extra vegan cheese to your vegan oysters Rockawallace, and also I added this creamy cheese. That was what really thickened up the sauce, and that was a super useful thing. You can watch it go from thin to thick right in front of your eyes. It's amazing. Super good stuff. And then I added some garlic and some other spices and just kind of did it to taste. I didn't really know what it was supposed to taste like. I've never had Oysters Rockefeller before, but I really liked it. I thought it was super tasty. It was really Rockefellery, I guess, even though I didn't know what that really meant in the beginning. I did learn what Rockefellery is, and that's what it is. It's that thing that I just ate, that I just made, that I'm making right in front of you. There's the oysters. I pulled those out. I'm gonna go ahead and shuck my first oyster here in a few minutes. I went and bought an oyster shucking knife. I thought it was gonna be sharp, but it's like kind of like dull. It's almost like a butter knife. It's just used to basically pry the thing open. So here goes the oyster shucking. Enjoy watching me try this for the first time. It's pretty weird. It's got oyster juice on these gloves. I guess. So I learned something on my first oyster was you don't have to push in on it so much. It's more about the just kind of getting a seed on it and then doing that twist to pop it open. And it pops open. You can scrape the oyster off at the top and then scrape it off at the bottom. Pretty easy, really. It's just some of them you got to find the little empty spot in there on the hinge where you can fit the oyster knife in there. The breadcrumbs. Get the burnt part off. Perfect breadcrumbs. If there's anything left of it. So, master chefs around the world will tell you that if you really cook your toast well done, and then you just get the inner part to make your breadcrumbs, then you get the highest quality breadcrumbs that way for Oysters Rockawallace. It's the best way to get those. And I'm finishing up the Rockawallace. I gave it a taste, super good, Rockawallacey, and then I'm gonna let that stuff cool off for a little bit while I put it on the oysters. Well, we'll start with just two, and we'll see how they are, and then what adjustments need to be happening in this cooking process. Put the Rockefeller Wallace sauce in the fridge, cool off a little bit. I'm gonna put it right on top of these oysters. Lots of sauce. I'm just doing two for now because I have no clue what it's like. Sauce on the oysters. And we'll do some breadcrumbs. This bread didn't burn, I did it for fun. I was testing the toaster. Put some breadcrumbs because we can get in panko at the store. Some shaved Parmesan, a couple pieces on each one. And we'll put them in the oven. Let's see what that does. There you go. We'll try them out in about 10 minutes and see how they are. Look at them a couple times. Alright, we're going to take them out. It's been about 10 minutes. They look a little crispy. So we'll see. That'll give me an idea of how to do them next time. Look how cute they are. So let those cool off for a little bit. It's hot. I don't know. We'll see. I'll try them here in a few seconds. Let it cool off for a tiny bit. Look how cute.
Go.
Okay, here we go. First time with trying Oysters Rockefeller Wallace. It's vegan food because all the ingredients are vegan and oysters are basically plants. They grow like plants. They don't suffer. So let's try one out. Let's see what it's like. I feel like I just became a millionaire eating Rockefellers. Pretty darn good. This sauce is great. The oyster flavor is good. I think I would not change anything.
Like the May River or like the other river?
Skull Creek oysters. Once we're out here, we can harvest our own oysters all the time. Just get out on the paddleboard and scoop an oyster off a rock. Yeah, I wouldn't change anything. It was awesome. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make the other 8 of them just the same way. Here are the 8 Oysters Rockawallace that I made. I ate all 8 of them, plus the 2 originals, plus one tiny one that was stuck to the side of another one, so really 11 oysters. I kind of eased my way in. I started, last time we were out, I had a couple of deep fried oysters, and I liked those, so the next level was to do the baked oysters. And here's again the ingredients for when you guys make them yourself. But super fun stuff. Happy New Year, guys. Make a New Year's resolution. Resolve to eat some Oysters Rockawallace. Make sure you make them yourself. You can't get these at the restaurant. They just don't have them. Happy New